Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be going back and looking at my February budget of 2025. This one's an exciting budget because I ended up filing my taxes this month and we got a good refund, which I was able to use elsewhere. And we also had some additional expenses in the month that I wasn't quite anticipating for. So let's go ahead and take a look. First off, we'll start off with my income. So here we have my paychecks from my full-time job, and I budget based on the lowest amount of hours that I can work. So I budget $1,764 for each of those two paychecks. Then for my per diem job, I budget about $200 that I expect to receive. And then in terms of cash back, I budgeted to receive or cash out $10. And then I ended up filing my taxes and got a nice federal refund. So this actually is the exact amount that I was expecting to receive, and that's $1,611. Now going over to what I actually made, my first paycheck was higher for the month of February at $2,017.45. And my second paycheck was right on the money at $1,764.50. My per diem paycheck also ended up being higher than my budgeted $200 at $284.67. My cashback was also much higher at $314.11, and this was thanks to opening a new checking account. I met the required criteria, so I received some money for that. And then my federal refund was, as I expected, at $1,611. Now we'll go back to my planned category and we'll look at savings. So I had a really good savings month, thankfully. So I budgeted first to contribute $100 to my high yield savings account. That's to one of my sinking funds that I absolutely need to save for every month. Next is my Roth IRA, and I was planning to contribute $350 towards that for the month. And then once I knew that I had my federal refund coming in at $1,611, I did increase this to have an extra Roth contribution for $1,560. So if we go ahead and look at what I spent, or what I was able to save for, it ended up being even more so. So my high yield savings account and Roth contribution were as expected at $100 and $350. And I was actually able to contribute even more than the $1,560 for my extra Roth and do $2,070. And now this actually was able to fully max out my 2025 Roth IRA with this contribution. Now this was also in thanks to some extra income that I received with the cash back and earning extra on one of my paychecks and my per diem paycheck. So all that extra money was able to go towards this, and now I am done maxing out my 2025 Roth IRA, and I can work towards saving some more towards my high yield savings account and working towards saving up a lump sum for my 2026 Roth IRA as well. Going back over towards planned, here we have some of my, or all of my housing expenses. Most of these are fixed expenses, my mortgage, HOA, property tax, and internet. And then my additional mortgage principal payment, I keep that the same from month to month as well. The only one that's variable here is my electricity, and that was much higher than it had been in previous months. With it being so cold this winter, it's definitely using up a lot more electricity and a lot more gas compared to usual. So that bill was for $103.33. And then in terms of what I spent, all of those were exactly as I had budgeted for. Going back over towards planned, here we have my transportation category. So first we have gas, and I budgeted $110 for that. And then we have car service for $135. Now I had planned to get some work done on my car, One, I had my annual inspection due for my car, and then I wanted to get a few more things done, like my oil change and my tires rotated. So all of that, I was quoted for $135. And then in terms of what I spent in the transportation category, gas ended up being less expensive. I only spent $85.16 on gas. And then for my car service, it was pretty much right on the money at $135.07. And then we have some other more personal spending. Just for the personal spend category, I had budgeted $150. You can see it's in the red, so we'll go over that once we get over to the spent. And then we had to file my taxes. I was expecting about $20 worth. I remembered from the previous year I paid about $15 and some change, but I wasn't sure if it would increase for the following year, so I budgeted $20 just to be on the safer side. And then I did owe a little bit for state tax. I owed $24. And then in terms of what I spent, my personal spend was over by about $30 at $179.95. So although February was a shorter month, it was also a spendy month. My state tax to be filed, it was only $15.93, so exactly the same as it was last year when I filed. So I'll know that for the years moving forward. And then the state tax that I owed came out as expected at $24. So I would say overall, February was a very successful month thanks to making some extra income with my paycheck, per diem job, and cash back. And also a huge thank you with my federal refund of $1,611. And thanks to that, I was able to completely max out my 2025 Roth IRA. And now this puts me in a good position to start saving some more for my additional sinking funds and also investing more as well. If you have any comments or questions, be sure to leave those down below. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!